Jazzy, you should ask your mom if your dad was all these things that she claimed. How come when we had my nephew's birthday party at McDonald's, you were almost two? She showed up there after running across state line with you. So she shows up at the party. You're in a pink cast because you had a spiral fracture, supposedly took a tumble in the living room, which is a bunch of bullshit, and your dad knows it. See, the reason why your mom wasn't allowed to do a lot of things with you when we were together was because she was very rude, ignorant, and rough with you. So she wasn't allowed to. You can call that controlling. You can call that whatever you want. But that's exactly what I was preventing is her hurting you. So you can try to act like that's something bad when it wouldn't have had to have been done if somebody else wasn't trying to be too rough with a little baby. She was. She didn't feed you. She didn't change you. She sat maybe 10 feet away from you and let you cry and waller and anything that you happened to conjure up in your diaper because she was too fucking lazy to take care of you. Meanwhile, I'm out getting roasted in the sun, laying pipe in the ground, doing floors, everything I could to make money. And for the record, I was supposed to be disabled and live with my mother the rest of my life. Uh, I gave up an apartment to make sure I had eyes on your mother and you while I was at work so she wouldn't hurt you or do anything stupid, just like the doctor told us to do. I was following instructions. But of course, the way you all tell it, it was like I was just a controlling control freak. No. What you're not mentioning is the fact that your mother was so mentally unstable, she shouldn't have been allowed to be in public. The night she took off with you, I was working on a dump truck. She knows where I was. She knows what I was doing. She's seen an opportunity to get away with you, and she did. A few months after that, in December, or shortly before December, she broke your leg. Trying to change your diaper, and you were a happy, goofy little kid that would try to crawl away and think it was funny. Trust me, you used to do it to dad. You did it to your mom, and it would drive her insane. And she would always try to grab your leg and pull you back. And I've told her 1,001 times, don't ever do that. And she told me, well, it's not like I'm strong enough to do anything. If you get mad and you twist that baby's leg the wrong way, you will break it. And I told you to stop doing that. Pretty funny. That's exactly what happened. That's how you had a spiral fracture on your leg. See, at that age, your bones are very flexible. They're not rubber, but they're very flexible. So it's very hard to do that. So there's no way you just took a tumble in the living room and had a spiral fracture on your leg. There's no way. Even with your mom's stupid made up story. There's no way you caught your leg in between an end table and the arm of a couch and twisted it to break it. There's no way. The end table would have moved. The couch would have pushed out a little bit before the bone broke. She can say whatever she wants. That is 100% science. Are you kidding me? You have better bones than your dad does. You had better nutrients and all that than I did as a kid. And I've never broken a bone until I was 18. I've fallen out of trees. I've been hit by cars. I've fallen out of cars. I've been hit by the biggest and heaviest things you can think of. Never broke a bone. So, I know for a fact that was not no accident and it wasn't caused by a arm of a couch and an end table. I know exactly what caused it. This is why she don't like me, because she can't lie to me. I don't accept everything she says. I don't tell her yes on everything she wants. And I'm not going to. She knows that. But you need to ask her this question. If your dad is so abusive and so terrible, then how come she wanted to talk to me in our van, well, me and Tiff's van, outside the party at McDonald's? You all were inside playing. She looked at Tiff and said, "You don't mind?" And Tiffany said, "No, I don't. I know he's not going to do anything." You see what she was trying to do there? One, she couldn't believe that this girl trusted me. She knows because she was trying to date me when I was with your mom, and I told her no. Multiple times, actually. She just kept going and tried to catch me on a rebound after your mom and you had left. I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't think girls did that. I know immature males, I've seen them do that. My brother's done it to women. But I've never noticed women doing it until that. Like to myself. I've seen and heard stories, but I just never seen it. Like, you know, being done to me. I was the one that took you down the slide, and you know how static electricity, you get shocked by the bolts going down. Your first sentence was shocking me. Well, at least from what I heard, and your mom said it was. It was so cute. Yeah, that was you and your dad going down that slide with your cast and everything. Because your mom tried to say you couldn't go in there because you had a cast. I said, "You want to bet? Watch this." And we did. Because you wanted to go in the play place and she wasn't going to let you. Your dad took you in there, let you play in the ball pit, let you go all over that thing. You were all over the place with your cast. I'm very sorry that I wasn't around, but that was not my fault. Your mom took off and hid with you. She knew you were in my heart. She knew it was going to piss me off. She knew all that. That's why I fought like crazy to get you away from her and try to get her help. And she manipulated every point of it. And that is the God's honest truth, whether you believe in God or not. I understand you think that this Satanism means that you're smarter, you're better, all this because you decided it on your own. I'm telling you right now, you chose wrong. You need to step away from all that. And that's another reason why you keep up this facade, because you know me and you will never see eye to eye on those things. And you don't want to hear the truth from me. See, you better look up BPD because that's what your mother suffers from. And she will mold you into the little monster you are just because she doesn't want you to know what she's done. Not just because of that, she gets an added bonus because now she has a little terror that will attack her spouse, whether they're together or not, and give her dopamine from. Yes, they enjoy it. See, they attack good people because they can't handle everything being the way it should be. Yep, they will deliberately destroy it for attention. And this is who they target. Yep, the better you treat them, the worse they will tear your life apart. You don't believe me? Look it up. She did it to your dad. She did it to her dad. She did it to her dad's girlfriend, even though her dad's girlfriend had other problems of her own. But your mom exploded them because she didn't like her with your dad or her dad. And that's none of her business. Her dad's allowed to be happy. And her mother was such a catch. That's why they ended up in that position. Yeah, I see where Jen gets her attitude from. It's her mother. Her mother acts the same way, nose in the air, she's better than everybody, and she does nothing but lie and steal from people. And she works angles to get stuff that she doesn't deserve. I don't want you to be like that. I want you to see what it's like to earn what you get. Oh, trust me, there's a lot of things I've earned and I've given to your mother. I've given to Tiffany and other people. And yes, they took full advantage of it. Is that my fault? No, that's their fault. When you give somebody a second chance after they screwed you over or multiple chances, that's on them. It's not on you. I don't care what people try to say. Out of the goodness of your heart, you gave this person another shot at it. And they decided to do the same things or worse. That's on them. That's not on you. I do love you, Jasmine. I've loved you ever since the day you were born. Or I wouldn't have been there for your birth. I wouldn't have cut the umbilical cord. I wouldn't have kept you safe. And I did. I fought like hell to keep you safe. Tiffany suffers from the same thing your mother does. Imagine that. I was targeted back to back by women with BPD and a feminist complex because of their mother. Yes, every one of these things that I'm saying is 100% factual. This is the reality of what happened. That's why I was never found to be the problem with what was going on with you. The only reason why CPS never put anything against your mother is because they felt bad for her. Yes, that's the way it goes for females in the court system. They will get a lighter situation depending on how they act. And your mother knows that. See, this is why she's trying to get me to where I'm not allowed to say anything. Guess what? Even if they all, I don't care if the Supreme Court told me I wasn't allowed to talk. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk. What would they do? Put me in jail? So what? When I get out, guess what I'm going to do? Talk. Sitting here trying to make people believe that I'm violent and that I'll hurt people. I will definitely protect innocent people, including myself. Yes. And I don't care if you're a female or a male. If you attack me, you're getting it right back. I will take it a little easier on the females, but that's it. I have the right to defend myself verbally and physically. And you can twist that any way you want, or your friends can, or your little group. But do you realize how many times you all have to change your groups so your lies can stick? Oh, her family wasn't around for a lot of the stuff that went down. They believe what she said, even though they know she's a liar. Oh, yeah, they all told me she was a liar. She's not to be trusted. Her Uncle Charlie didn't even want to be around her. Yeah, I remember all those conversations from when we were bowling. And she can try and flip and lie about that situation with Mary Lou all she wants. She knows I was innocent and I didn't do anything to Mary Lou. I could have, but I didn't. Mary Lou was the one that assaulted me and started the altercation over something she had no right even opening her mouth about. Working a blue collar job is a very stressful and very, very weighing on your body toll. You don't work 8 to 9 hours, okay? You don't drive around a forklift to move the material. You do it yourself. You are the forklift. You are the start to finish. You are not there for short hours unless you are a very fast mechanic. At those times, I was still becoming a full mechanic. I was able to do a lot, but I was not considered a full mechanic at 18 years old yet. I had had 3 years in the trade. I needed one more, and I was working on it. What you all don't realize is I was doing that from 15 years old. I had my own apartment, 3 vehicles, my own license that I paid for, including the vehicles, and I had my GED, which I paid for. Yeah, I don't like being around crowds of people. And it's because of things like this is why I don't. So that would be considered PTSD towards stuff like that. And it's because people have problems with accepting what I'm capable of doing and they get mad about it. I don't know why. They could just ask me how you do that. And sometimes I'd have to tell them, I don't know, I just do it. Do you see something that I'm doing different than you? Then try that. I don't know what to tell you. But that's not how they would come off to me. They would come off all pissed off and trying to sabotage what I just did, either verbally or physically. And yeah, I've put up with that my whole life. Kind of tired of it. Your dad has a huge heart, and he does have strength and the right temperament behind it. People want to twist it with words that weren't there to see what went down. Your mother was never abused, ever. She was yelled at a few times. Yeah. She was talked to more than anything. Did it make a difference? No. Pretty funny if she would ask something of me, it was done. Can you work faster or harder and get home earlier? Yes. Uh, we're a little bit low on money. Can you make more? Yes. Even though the reason why we were low on money is because she didn't want to work. Now all of a sudden she's screaming about her job and her reputation. That's exactly what you all came to TikTok and Facebook to attack. Not only that, you ran your mouth about your siblings that you know nothing about. See, all that freaking out and saying that I don't have the right to say this and this and this and this. Yes, I do. I raised them. You don't have the right to say those things. You weren't around. You were around for a very short period of time. And all you did was get jealous of little David over dumb things. Yes, I was correcting those behaviors, but overall, you were a decent kid. You were hyper, but you didn't have any problems. Your mom was just lazy. That's why you ended up on medication. That's why you ended up with CPS because your mom tried a little flipperoo when she lost custody of you, and it didn't work. Then she tried it again after she stole you, and I got custody of you again. And she did the same thing when she abused you over that microphone. Yep, all she did was pull the Uno reverse card, as we call it. People went around, they're listening to her stories. She's a female, and she used every lie that females use. Yeah, I know you're a female. I know you're my daughter. I know you're not my son. The fuck? You did. You had a good heart and all that, but you had this extra part to you that was whatever the hell your mom had subjected you to. And that's what they called mental injury. It got blamed on me. I don't know how. All they got to do is look at court records. They'd see where it came from. I told them 1,001 times it came from this being done to her and her mother doing it. Her mother did this. This is what caused that. Her mother did this with Sam. That's what caused this. No, it was you, is all I got. Well, where's the proof of that? I don't need proof. I've got experience. Yeah, well, obviously not enough. Trust me, I was arguing with the master that was trying to let you stay with a drug dealer because your mother and her had manipulated the court system into believing them. Even though all he had to do was look at her background and it's right there. How did she end up with you in another state when she did not have custody of you? Right, she kidnapped you because she's mom and she doesn't want anybody to believe she did anything wrong. She's going to act like you were in danger and she was saving you. No, you weren't. You were in danger with your mother the whole time. You know, the one that let you run around the neighborhood, never keeping an eye on you. You were so hungry you were getting food from some strange Mexican family, and thank God they were decent people. You realize she was letting you run around in a development called Winding Brook? Do you want to look up the history of Winding Brook? My prayers and me doing everything to find you wasn't keeping you safe. Yes, the hell it was. How the hell do you think you survived those instances where nobody was around? That's how.